welcome to the new series called Great Ones. Or just, I give stuff great and not great. It's like all the issue ones, all the annuals I read, all the special editions I read, all that. And I'll say if they're great or they're not great. So, all the ones that I read. Now, let's start the video. First, we're starting with Mandalorian Season 2, Issue 1. If you didn't read the last Mandalorian series, it was basically of the Season 1 of the TV show. Now they have it of Season 2 TV show. It was as good as the show, I think. He has Cole Vance, who has Boba Fett's armor. And if you haven't seen Mandalorian, then you have no clue. You see Boba Fett at the end of the issue, but he's not wearing his armor. They battle like a giant creature that comes out of the ground, terrorizing the city, the village, kind of more like a village, and what are those called? And then the sand people helped them for the meat. I'll give this great. It was pretty good comic, and I'll give it a B-. Next we got They'll Hear Their Dragons. It starts with like some people, I forget their name, but there's some people, and they're like on a boat sailing. Godzilla isn't until the end, but you see him at the really end. And I think this was a good starter comic, a start to the story, and then we'll see what happens next. It's like sets up most of it, like there's these pirates. I'll give it great. It was pretty good, and I'll give it a solid B. The most hyped one is this and Ultimate Invasion. This is an Incredible Hulk one, The Age of the Monsters. This seemed like a lot like Immortal Hulk with the monsters, and like all the monsters are trying to go after Hulk, and the humans on this earth, like we see the Mole Man from you see like his creatures from the annual one, from the Hulk annual one in May. You see the man thing, which you know is going to be in issue 4. It's pretty cool. And Bruce is saying apparently Hulk is trying to come out and be the main personality always. Thought that was pretty cool, and this was very scary. And the transportations were good, though. It was by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein. Nick Klein did Thor for a little bit, and Philip Kennedy Johnson right now doing Alien and been doing all the Alien stories. If I had to give this a grade, I'll give it great, and I'll give it a B+. It was good. Next is Ultimate Invasion issue 1 by Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hitch. I'm already going to say this, great, and an A+. This was a fantastic comic. Like literally, this was a fantastic comic. Maker goes back to the Ultimate Universe, remakes it after it being destroyed, and meets Peter Parker's the Ultimate Spider-Man, not Miles. Peter Parker, the original Ultimate Spider-Man, stopped him from being Spider-Man, so he never would die. That's really how it ended, but there's the Avengers try to stop Maker going to the Ultimate Universe, but fail, so he goes in and stops that. He tried to recruit Miles before going, and Miles says, I'm fine here. So it seems like he may want to stop Miles, that's why he got rid of the spider. So, yeah, this is an A+ for me, and this is a great comic. If you love the Ultimate Universe like I do, this is a book for you. So, yeah. But this is the high book for me today. technically Marvel Preview 22 is because of Captain America issue 1, but I'll give it an NA because just a preview, just a preview. DC Connect, it shows Wonder Woman issue 1. The first one we got is Fallen Friend, The Deaths of Miss Marvel. There's 3 different stories, one by Wilson, Wade, and Hamed. The first story is like by the person who created Miss Marvel, Kamal Khan. And well, they have all the friends and Wolverine is there, showing and Captain Marvel, showing how the friends care about her. The second story is the champions. All the champions are sad that she's dead, showing that the champions really cared about her, even though she's a small part of her life. And then the last one was by Hamed, and it was talking really about the Avengers and Spider-Man. That was pretty good. I'll give it great, and a B-. I'll say B-. Next we got Web of Carnage issue 1 with John Shade is the new Carnage. And that was pretty cool. And they go to Earth 31, which is the universe of Hunter Spider Craven, the Hunter Spider 30 Craven. And Morlun is there because he was stuck there. And they go after that Hunter Spider who is battling Cletus Cassidy, who is Venom in this universe. And then Carnage attacks him. And then Morlun starts absorbing him. And you know I like Hunter Spider. But Hunter Spider survives and starts fighting Venom. And Carnage leaves, and John Shade and Carnage are split apart now. That's pretty good. I'll give it a A. That was pretty good. That was great. Of the two, this one was the better one. But the Fallen Friend was. Moon Knight, City of the Dead. Moon Knight goes to a City of the Dead, and well, there's this new character called the Scarlet Scarab, which is pretty cool. There are some violent scenes, but not that violent. This was a lot based on the Disney Plus 2022 Moon Knight TV show, like Scarlet Scarab from that, and then they have Amit. It's very based off that. I liked this. I don't know if you did, but yeah, I'll give it great. An A. Next we got Blade issue 1. This was pretty okay. Well, in this issue there's this girl that's being chased by vampires. Blade saves her and she needs help. But then it turns out she's evil and betrayed Blade, hang him up, and then some other girl tries to get him to escape. Said, let's attack this girl. And Blade's okay. This was a pretty good book, well, comic book, and I'll give it great. A B+, not quite an A. But Noctera, the Nemesis Special, issue 1 is the last, but not least. Next, this is about this evil guy tries to take over the planet. Of course, Noctera don't like it, but this evil guy is in Noctera's head. And this is the before the final. It is a really good artwork, not to say for myself. It is some of the best artwork I've ever seen. I'll give this great. And first up, we got What If Dark Spider-Gwen issue 1. So it's basically, it's not anything like normal Spider-Gwen. It's the Green Goblin is attacked Spider-Man trying to kill Gwen. Peter gets Gwen but falls into the water. He drowns. But Gwen takes the suit and becomes the new Spider-Man. Gwen tracks down the Green Goblin and defeats him, and learns great power comes with responsibility. This was pretty good. I'll give it. Berserker Poetry of Madness. This one, he fights Cthulhu, but actually this isn't by Keanu Reeves, it's by someone else. I forgot who. This battle is kind of disappointing. It's not that good. It could have been so much better. You know, I'm gonna give it not great. It was very disappointing, and I'll give it a C-. I wish it was so much better. Could have been so much better in so many ways. Keanu Reeves. A bird family. Oh, the wrong one. The rulers of the ice world attack those who live in between the land of fire and ice. 2 women and a barbarian attempt to rescue the hostage that is kept alive. Huh? It's a pretty good comic, you know, with the fire and the ice. You know, there's rulers, hostages, 2 women. It's just a good comic. The 2 women are barbarian. There's a attempt, and well, if you like stuff like this, you'll like it. It is great. And a B+. Ha. Why throw that dash? I don't know. Next, we got the Sacrificers. On an alien planet, order and prosperity is kept by the rulers who force each family to sacrifice one of their children. A bird family offers up their oldest son, who hasn't been treated very well by his father. I'll give this great and a A+. We got one of the most. I was anticipating this one really hard. It's Death of the Venomverse, issue 1. And if it didn't deliver, I don't know. I was hoping it would be really good. It kills a few of my favorite Venoms. Like at the beginning, who never met with a random Venom, he kind of kills when there's different Cletus Cassidy. He killed the raccoon, which I liked him. And then X-23 Venom. That was number 9, I believe, on my top 10 Venoms host. And check out the video if you know I'm not crazy. They all reunite. All the Venoms have to team up after any rain, and Mac Organ, not Scorpion anymore, but Virus, have to, hide. I'll give this one great and a B+. It was okay. Not good as I was anticipating, but hey, there's still 2 more A's. 756. Well, this Amazing Spider-Man is annual 1. Well, the thing is, I wasn't really anticipating this one. I liked the Death of the Venomverse. I've liked that both run. This isn't even by Zeb Wells. It's just part of his run. It's by Erica. I can't pronounce. She writes both stories. Both stories have different artists. They're both good in their own way. One's darker, and the second story, one's nicer. First story is about Halsey fakes as being one of the Limbo guards, because Limbo's now on Earth also. But it's Halsey wearing a mask, puts a ghost mask on Ben, doesn't work, and apparently Halsey's tried many times before, Peter says. Second story, that Mary Jane's aunt starts taking these mutant pills, which are bad. So yeah, I'll give it great and a A+. It's a really good book. You should try it. This next book, What If Dark Venom? I was excited to read it. I wasn't overhyping it like Death of the Venomverse, but it was about like around a different universe around Amazing Spider-Man 258. The Fantastic Four had the symbiote. It bonks Ben Grimm. He fights the Lizard, and the Fantastic Four. They get really mad at him. This book is giant. I don't remember how many pages. It's $5 for a pretty big comic, so that's a good deal. This comic had great art, good writing by Stephanie Phillips. It fighting like the lizard betrays Ben Grimm, the Dark Venom. I've been liking these one-of-darks. I like the Spider-Gwen. Now, what I thought of it. I will give it... Can you guess it? Can you? Can you? Can you? Great. And I'll give it an A+. We got Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance, Alpha 1. Not technical issue 1, but it's an alpha, so still counts. Wolverine and Ghost Rider team up to track down a demon from the past who we thought was a mutant. But no, he's this thing that, like a demon. Possessed child from their past to his back and killing again. There was some grotesque moment. There was this one grotesque moment. That was like the only thing that should have made it rated parental advisory. But it's fine. I will give it great. And I'll give it a B+. No, it's an A, actually. Sorry. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye. And A+. It's a really good book. You should try it. What If Dark Moon Knight issue 1. This takes place in Mark Spector Moon Knight 3. Moon Knight goes to hunt down I can't remember one of his villains. They start battling. He starts beating him up, and one of the people he's with says, "Don't, Mark, don't!" Stopping Mark from killing him. But then here's what happened. The guy kills Mark in the process. So they do an honorary like a wedding thing. The girl he's with becomes the new Moon Knight, Luminara. It's a pretty good book. I'll give it an A+. No, I mean great. And I'll give it an A+. Like all the other What If Darks, they've all been so good so far. The Cole issue 1. A group of friends leave their homes in the middle of the night to finish filming the night a homemade movie by the ocean. They discover an opening to a strange land where one of the girls think her missing brother might still be alive. I'll give it great and a B+. Wolverine Sword Quest. This is a true believer facsimile of Wolverine issue 1. I'll say it was. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? Well, that'll be the soon. But it was a good remembering story. It was fine. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best I've ever read. It was like Chris Claremont, John Buscema, I think. Can't remember fully though. And I'll give it great. and a B+. Captain America Final Issue 1. This is the conclusion of like Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing Captain America series. This is Captain America Final, the Sentinel of Liberty. Can't believe the series is already ending after 750. It's taking a long time to come out ever since the last one was like July 5th. But August now 23rd. But that's not the point. The point is, well, this was the end. Winter Soldier leads the Outer Circle and joins Steve Rogers again. They defeat the Outer Circle. What a great conclusion issue. Captain America and Winter Soldier reunite. And there'll be a new Captain America series this September. Which, when I'm recording this, is September because I've had problems recording this in the 16th hour to go out. But that's not the point. But, like, it's a fun story. I remember one day going to the comic shop, picking up issue 8, and then loved it. And I now have all of them because I got them most of them from HeroesCon. And then I got 9, 10, 11, and 12 when they came out. I'm going to give this definitely great. I'll give it an A. Not A+. And we go into something else. Immortal Thor, issue 1. I like what Al Ewing has done in the past. I like what he's doing in Venom at this moment. It's almost done. I like what he did in Immortal Hulk. Yeah. This was pretty boring. They're reconstructing the Rainbow Bridge from being destroyed in Banner of War, which I liked that from Donny Cates. You know what I didn't like about this too? They scrapped all of Donny Cates' ideas. This and Torn Grumbeck's run after have scraped it. There's this new evil guy. He's cool, but it's he's not even a threat. This was so boring. There were so many things that seemed like just trying to talk to the artist. Blah. There's just so much things. This is just not that good. It's just okay. It's pretty boring. It's just a boring book. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I'm gonna give this not great. Just not great. Not great. It's not the worst thing I've read, but it's not my favorite either. It's okay. Just that was boring. It's just, yeah. I don't know if I'll get issue 2. I'm not fully sure. But there was so many parts that I feel like didn't need to be in it. They didn't need to scrap Donny Cates' epic Thor run. That series was amazing. I'm not on the fence of issue 2. Especially this issue 1 was $6.99. And the rest of the series will be issue 2 will be $4.99, but then issue 3 will be $5.99. The price is going up. I'm not sure if I'll continue this. I'll probably say, I'm gonna say it will be a. Can you guess it? I'll give you a clue. Not an F, or definitely not an A+. A D or a D-. Hope you enjoyed.